Yo, what is up, guys? In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I shredded 30 pounds of fat, built a muscular and aesthetic physique, and gained unbreakable confidence in 90 days utilizing the ascension method. Before the ascension method, I was an overweight 20-year-old and I was 210 pounds. I lacked self-confidence, I had social anxiety, and I constantly had a bloated face. Bro, I was at rock bottom. I was depressed. I hated who I was as a man. I lacked discipline in my life. I felt lost in my life. I felt like I had no direction and easily fell into bad habits, bad vices, bro. But after I implemented and created the ascension method, I shredded 30 pounds of fat and built a lean aesthetic physique. I went from 210 pounds to 180 pounds in under 90 days. I completely debloated my face and stripped my face fat. You know, I understand how it feels to be the guy who's overlooked by girls, because there were days where I would literally sit at home and cry in the mirror because of what I looked like. And I wanted nothing more than just to feel happy in my body, because I had never felt happy in the body that I had always had. But now I have developed a system to help other men who feel the exact same way that I used to feel ascend into the person that they know that they can be. Who this is for: if you're someone looking to build muscle while also shredding stubborn fat, this is for you. If you're tired of being overlooked by girls, your family, and your friends, and finally want to feel confident in your own body, this is for you. If you're someone who spends countless hours working out, doing cardio, but still looking the same every single month, this is for you. If you're someone looking to develop the habits and discipline to become someone that you are actually proud of when you look in the mirror, this is for you. If you're ready to take back control of your future and stop making excuses with yourself as to why you're not where you want to be, this is for you. Who this is not for: this program is not for everybody. If you're someone looking to take shortcuts and transform your physique overnight, this program is not for you. If you're not willing to put yourself through discipline, through struggle, to achieve a goal that would genuinely change your entire life, this is not for you. If you're okay with looking mediocre and looking like the exact guy sitting next to you at the gym next to you, this is not for you. If you're someone who is fine with being insecure and feeling unconfident for the rest of your life, just as I was, this program is not for you. And if you're fine with being overlooked by girls, just as I was overlooked by girls when I was fat, when I was out of shape, and having the girl choose the guy who's more jacked, more confident, and in better shape than you, this program is not for you, bro. But here's the truth about getting shredded. It's not just about stripping the weight as fast as possible. Because if you strip the weight as fast as possible and you try to get shredded without building a substantial amount of lean muscle mass, you are just going to look skinny fat. You don't need to spend countless hours doing cardio to get the shredded six-pack that you want. You have to combine that with exercise. You have to combine that with lifting weights and building muscle at the same time in order to get that a shredded and aesthetic physique. But don't worry, bro. I am not going to let that happen to you. There is no such thing as not having the genetics capable of getting a shredded and aesthetic physique. That's what I thought. I used to think that the genetics that I had were mediocre. They were bad. They were worse than the guy next to me. But I soon understood that the physique is something that you develop over time, which means you can get one too. Because if I thought my genetics were bad, and then once I got into shape, once I got the aesthetic physique, I'm actually realizing that I have really elite genetics. That could be the case for you, bro. You could be overweight and fat and have no idea the types of aesthetic genetics that you have underneath all that fat, because that's the same way I was. And yeah, bro, if you're watching this video, understand that I am no different than you. We are the same person. I have nothing over you that you don't have, bro. If you have the determination to push through when it gets hard, you can get the same results that I did, possibly even better. And if you want that person to be you, bro, I will show you exactly how to get there. How to build an unbreakable mindset, allowing you to become your ultimate self. How to implement a healthy and enjoyable diet that gets you closer to your goals. How to get shredded in 90 days and pack on muscle to look your very best. And how to create unwavering confidence that radiates into every single room that you walk into. And in case you don't know me, here's a brief backstory about how I got here. Since I was 3 years old, bro, baseball was the entirety of my life. You know, at first I played it for the love of the game, but as I got older, eventually that love turned sour. See, once I got to college baseball, which is where I was last year, bro, I started to fall out of love with it and kept playing to please other people. I was good at it, and others' approval, that made me feel good, and that's why I kept playing. But my junior year of college, bro, I got broken up with, told I wasn't a starter, and became the most overweight and depressed version of myself I had ever been. That was my rock bottom. So what I did is I wanted to become a better man. So I started by changing the only thing that felt like was in my control, my physique. So I created the ascension method. And the ascension method I built through my own trial and error over the course of years of personal development to maximize all aspects of oneself. And now I've decided to break it all down for you completely for free. In the following steps, I will outline the entire process, A to Z, of what I did to accomplish these results so you can too, utilizing my ascension method. Using this method, you will be able to shred, absolutely shred stubborn body fat and pack on lean muscle mass and ascend into the man that you are capable of becoming. The ascension method is broken up into 3 different steps. Step 1 is mindset, step 2 is commitment, and step 3 is execute. I was able to fully brainwash my mind and become so delusionally optimistic that I convinced myself that by stacking small wins, my goal was inevitable. And honestly, bro, after I hit rock bottom, and I was depressed for months on end, I was depressed, I finally committed to myself and went all in on trying to improve myself every single day. I understood that I could have all the information in the world. And honestly, I did. I had ChatGPT, I had Instagram, I had TikTok, tips and tutorials on how to get shredded, how to achieve and ascend into the man that I wanted to become. But I knew that if I didn't know how to execute, if I didn't hold myself accountable, I would stay stagnant forever. I didn't have the ability to hold myself accountable, which is why I couldn't make the changes on my own. So I cut out all the fluff and I executed solely on the daily tasks that would lead me to my goals. Now let me show you how I optimized each stage of the system so that you can ascend and take your physique and mindset to the next level. Stage 1, mindset. You need to believe in yourself. That's the hardest part. You need to believe in the work that you are putting in. Because when you're starting, you have the blueprint. You know exactly what you need to do and what steps you need to take to achieve your goals. You need to trust that the process you're putting in and the steps you're taking are the correct steps to ascending into the man you want to become. You need to embrace delusion. The way that I went about this is I brainwashed my mind into believing in myself. I stacked so much evidence into the man that I was becoming. I became that man. Every single day, I made the decision to do everything in my power to become the man that I wanted to become. You only fail if you quit. Otherwise, success is inevitable. The only guys that ever fail at getting their dream physique, at building the business of their dreams, are the guys who quit before they get the success. Because the success is inevitable. You are destined to get the physique you want, to have the results that you want, as long as you don't quit. And honestly, bro, the hardest part is hate, bro. You are going to be looked down upon by people. People are going to see what you're doing and hate on it because they're jealous of what you're doing. They're threatened by the man you're becoming. They see you taking action to ascend in your life and to improve yourself in all aspects, and they get jealous and they hate. But I want you to know, bro, hate never comes from above. The people that are hating on you, those are the ones that aren't doing enough. They're the ones who are jealous of you. And they understand that what you're doing is setting yourself up for success, and it makes them feel like they're not doing enough themselves. Stage 2, commitment. Trust the process. You need to completely commit to yourself in the process that you're going through. Trust that what you're doing is going to help you achieve your goals. You're going to get there, and change doesn't occur overnight. It takes 90 days. It can take even longer depending on what your goal is within the gym. It can also take shorter amounts of time if your goal is a little bit smaller. The quote that I love the most about this, bro, is the man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. It's the guy who loves the journey, bro, loves the journey of self-improvement, going to the gym every day, meal prepping, doing their cardio. That's the guy who can sustain this and do this long term without burning out, without falling off. You need to basically go all in on yourself, and you need to never look back. And finally, the last stage, you need to execute. Focus on one day at a time. When you look at the entire 90-day period or 120-day period that you're working with me, bro, it can seem like overwhelming. It can seem like a lot, bro. But when you focus one day at a time, cut out the fluff. Stick to the plan that you're given, the daily actionable plan. All you have to focus on is one day at a time. And by the time you get to day 90, all this time will have passed and you won't feel stressed out about it, bro. It'll feel like the time went by like that, bro. Consistent effort will always win. You have to be the guy who is consistent, who always works hard every single day and gives continuous effort. Stack days. Build momentum. Once you start building a little bit of momentum, understand that when you carry that momentum, you become the man you're destined to become. You stack days, and that's how you win, bro. So if you're tired of always feeling like the insecure and unconfident guy who just wants to feel confident and be noticed, the Ascension method will give you everything you need to achieve this. My favorite quote from Thomas Edison is, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." You are going to fail. Whether this is in fitness, in business, dating girls, you are going to fail hundreds of thousands of times. Those are just proof that you're just one step closer to achieving what you want to achieve. You haven't cracked the code yet, but that's proof that what you're doing there isn't working and that you need to pivot and find a new direction to achieve what you want to achieve. Now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you're a hardworking individual, if you're highly motivated, and you have a burning desire to improve in all aspects of your life, and you are, quite frankly, finally ready to take action to transform and ascend into your maximum potential, To become self-assured, mentally strong, and develop an elite level physique, I have an offer for you. If you are looking to melt fat and build an elite, head-turning physique that has others questioning if you are natural, and ascend into the most confident and highest level version of yourself, utilizing the ascension method, I want to work with you. Click the Calendly link in the description and book a one-on-one call with me to transform and ascend your physique.